Good morning from day 30 here at the National Quarantine Unit. I have my iced latte. Today is a vanilla honey iced latte, triple shot. And as I said in previous mornings, I'm going to be retelling a good memory from the expedition. Because the expedition ended so traumatically, I want to be able to relive these good memories and share them with all of you and inspire all of you to travel. So today we are going back to South Georgia, and one of the greatest is buried in South Georgia, and that is Ernest Shackleton. And this is the second time that I got to visit his grave. It is located in Grytviken, and he is known for his journey getting stuck in Antarctica and then sailing basically in a little tiny, rowing boat to get to South Georgia, where he then hiked over the whole island and then eventually months later was able to go back and rescue his men. So I already have a video explaining his story, so I hope you can enjoy. I'm standing here at the grave of Ernest Shackleton, one of the greatest polar explorers, in a place that was so vital to his story and where his story came to an end. But what he's most known for almost didn't end here. In 1914, Shackleton set out on the Imperial Trans-Antarctic expedition. He made it to Antarctic waters in the Weddell Sea, but before reaching land, his ship, the Endurance, became trapped in ice and was eventually crushed and sunk, leaving him and his crew stranded in one of the most remote places on Earth. For months, they drifted on the ice before making a desperate escape in lifeboats across the Southern Ocean, eventually reaching Elephant Island, where most of the crew would remain, waiting to be rescued. So Shackleton and a small crew set out again, sailing over 800 miles in a small boat across some of the roughest seas in the world, until they reached the southern coast of South Georgia Island. But even then, they weren't safe. They had landed on the wrong side of the island, so Shackleton and two others made an unthinkable decision: to cross South Georgia on foot with no maps, no proper gear. They crossed glaciers and mountains for over 30 hours until they finally reached the whaling station at Stromness. And after several failed rescue attempts, he made it back to Elephant Island. And after 4.5 months, against all odds, every single member of his crew survived. And now he rests here in South Georgia Island, a place that became the final chapter of one of the greatest survival stories ever told.